Ah, we haven't had a customer for a long time. Welcome to Forest Cat Cafe. Why is this place so well illuminated relative to everywhere else? Excuse me, are you the boss here? I'm the waitress, the boss is inside. Isn't it opening hours right now? Business has been very slow lately, so we've been quite idle. We hope you can support our humble establishment if possible. Okay. Will do. By the way, does this place have a magical barrier? Yes, ma'am, you're very knowledgeable. After all, the economy is bad right now, so we've set up a barrier to save on costs. What is it? This game, the lingering evil in this game was not the ghosts that were killed by the poisonous gas, was not the creepy yokai that tried to get you to hold her like rock baby. The creepiest thing in this game is the freaking economy. Alright, fine. I'll pay your sales tax. Alright, a bonsai. This is so ridiculous. Like, I love this game, but there's just something where it's like... Okay, stepping back. You have games like The Crooked Man, which interestingly enough was based on real experiences that Uri had when she was growing up. And then you have games like both Forest of Drizzling Rain and Angels of Death, where Forest of Drizzling Rain, the enemy was intended to be a monster and like a legend, right? So kind of the mysticism surrounding that sort of tale. Whereas Angels of Death was a story about the evil of mankind, where the monsters were men all along to all that. This is a game where the real monster is the economy. Simply put. That just blows my mind. I love it in a way. It's really fun, but I just never thought I'd see the day where someone would actually execute a game where you just over and over again just hit the fact that the economic recession caused monsters to go bankrupt. That's how bad it is. They thought it was as bad in 1998. They should have... If those people made it to 2020, boy. This video is gonna age so well if we survive. Can you pet the cat? White cat. Are you Komatsu Nanako-san? Komatsu Nanako. I think that's the artist who's very popular in recent years. Nanako-san, I like your new movie Midnight Ring very much, yeah? Well, I'm not Nanako. My name is Kihara Kashin. Oh, you look alike, yeah. Thanks, I guess. Then are you a fan of Nanako? Indeed, I've watched a few of Nanako's movies. Which one was your favorite? Wow, I'm so happy now. I don't know if we could actually speak to animals like us. I don't know if this is the kind of dialogue we'd be having. Yo, you're the girl from a foreign place, and your fate seems to be taking a heavy toll on you. Sorry, Nia, didn't mean to peep into your destiny, but I just can't control this pair of spider witch's eyes which can see the future. Spider witch's eyes? Seen too many strange movies. Oh, you have, what's that thing called? Chunibyo? Is that it? Let's save anyways. Caramel macchiato and blueberry mochi ice cream. I haven't had a macchiato in a while, actually, come to think of it. Oh, they got a little Totoro, like, Lucky Cat thing. Oh, you were looking straight into my soul. Welcome to Forest Cat Cafe. What can I get for you? Excuse me, are you the boss of Forest Cat Cafe? You the one who put up this barrier? I'm the waitress at this place. That's what the person at the door said to you, right? Yes. Sorry, she's the boss of this place. That idiot would always pull some silly pranks because she has too much free time on her hands. Yo, there are no cats in here. Why do you need to see her? I have a question. Yeah. What was that? What happened? I just dozed off for a while and my two kittens disappeared. Alright, fetch quest time. They should come back when they're hungry. You're right, but if I'm not with them, they would definitely be scared. With all due respect, they seem rather happy when you were away. Why? They complained a couple days ago that you had added strange things to their food. That's the cake I was experimenting for their new flavor. But you can't use the products of your failed experiments to feed them either. They aren't poisonous, and it's wasteful to throw them away. Forget it. If you're worried, go and find them. I'll look after the cafe. Would I bump into some weird stranger? I'm not too good at dealing with strangers. You're gonna trade me the 2 cats for information, aren't you? This is like freaking Sand Zone and Cave Story, like, oh, bring me my 5 puppies and I'll tell you how this island stays afloat. If you don't mind, I can help you find your cats. I'm just ranting and raving about this game. Really? The cat at my home also wandered off quite a number of times, and I had to find it and bring it back all the time. Then I'll really need to trouble you. By the way, I don't know your name yet. My name is Kihara Kashin. Kihara? Nice name. My name is Kinoshita Sakurako. This girl over here who looks super serious is Aizawa Makoto. Sorry about that, Kihara-san. My stupid boss is giving you so much trouble. How could you say that about others? Sakurako-san, in this month alone you've already spilled coffee on customers twice, spoilt the oven 3 times, broken 5 plates, and now you'd still lose your cats. Did I do all these? Please be focused when you work. Well, someone's got the brains around here. By the way, Sakurako-san, do you know anything about the Lane of the Weeping Rain? Kihara-san, you planning to go to the Lane of the Weeping Rain? Yes. It's said that the Lane of the Weeping Rain is a highly corrosive rain, and I've heard that the owner of Forest Cat Cafe knows how to avoid the Weeping Rain. I see. When you get my kittens back, I'll tell you how to get across the Lane of the Weeping Rain. Okay, then I will set off now. Just a minute. Kihara-san, please come with me to a place. Owners say they know a place and then take you here. Kihara-san, you probably noticed this kind of signpost during your travels. Yes, I've seen it before in Shikanaki Village. In fact, the signpost serves as the transport hub for Ghost Train. Ghost Train? It said that during the Meiji period, trains were introduced in Japan. In order to build the railways, people destroyed large tracts of forests and grasslands, and many animals died as a result. Since then, people who lived near the railways would often hear the mysterious sound of trains. Now, I question, if you live near a railway and you hear the sound of a train, is that so mysterious? Food for thought. Even the trains that ran normally at night would encounter these mysterious trains head-on. In fact, they're caused by the restless spirits of those dead animals. But after a long time, the restless spirits' anguish wore out, and they've remained on this land permanently by manifesting themselves as trains. Hence, a large number of trains have formed a special transport network. And the signpost is the hub for the transport network. Simply put, the signpost can transport you to other places with that signpost. Fast travel unlocked! I see. Those kittens can't get through the barrier I've set up, so they probably run to other places through the signpost. Does that mean I can find them through the signposts? Right, but I'm still not sure which signpost they've gone, so I'll need to trouble you to find them one by one. I love a good brute-forcing challenge. This pass is for you. You can use this pass to activate the transport function, so it'll be easier for you to return to Kuromori Town. Single use, you can use it permanently once it's activated. Ghost Train Pass. How nice. Sakurako-san, thank you. I should thank you. In fact, I'm not that good at dealing with people, and I don't really like to go to crowded places. So I'll have to trouble you to help me get my cats back. Are you like a Nekomata somehow? Alright, the 2 kittens, White and Ginger. Yep, we got them. Ask Aizawa. Okay. Habits. Alright. Cool. We'll just kind of blaze on through. Now that I can go back in. Oh, look at that coffee maker. I love these things. I've only ever seen that thing on, like, June's Kitchen, where you, like, light the candle under it and it brews upward. I have no idea. It's so cool. One of these days, I'll actually stop being lazy and either learn how to do good pour-over or French press or something. Coffee residue. There's a leftover coffee residue. Interesting. Coffee residue can dehumidify and deodorize. Oh, coffee grounds. Got it. Residue on grass, potted plants. Alright. I should take some of that. I wonder if that... What if we brought that, what's his name? Aiko-san, was that it? What if we brought that tree some coffee? Okay. Cats, yeah, business isn't good lately. Yeah, it's the recession. Attract customers. To put it simply, Inkling, the business in the cafe was slow to get sympathy. A lot of customers have been deceived like you. Very few humans would come here. The yokai who live nearby are regular, so our business isn't that bleak. That idiot can't do a good job, but would always come with many strange menu offerings. By the way, I'd like to know something about those cats. Your information might help me find them. Let's do white first. Rinchan. Horror. Alright. Collect everything. Alright, so you're probably at the CD shop. Pretend that you like. Okay. Well, we kind of do, right? Alright, now do the ginger cat. Mochi-chan. What a name. Magic yokai. Magical powers. Oh, skull. Okay. So you are at the beautiful greenery, which unfortunately, I guess when you went it might have been creepy, but now it's a lush paradise. I get it, thank you. I do like that this game, Tetero, does it feel different from the Tetero in my memories? I think Sakurako-san bought it around the time when Tonari no Tetero was screened. She bought it at Kuromoricho Gekijo. Limited edition item worth a lot of money. Looks like a fake to me. Oh man. What a game. Nothing quite like it. Alright, where to go? Oh, the cat's tail is moving. Alright, we've activated the network. Deer Skull. Howdy. This music is so touching. You need to stop it. This strange skull is blooming with flowers, Nya. Yeah, that's our doing. Yes, well, Sakurako-san is worried about you, so you should go back soon. This deer's about to instigate! They don't believe I have magical powers. I don't want to go back, Nya. Actually, you might not believe me either. I also have magical powers. Really, Nya? Animals nearby know all about me. You can ask them if you don't believe me. If you go back to the coffee house, I can show you. I'll ask the animals first, Nya. Alright, take your time. Oh, I can... I'm playing as the cat. 10 out of 10. Wow. Excuse me, didn't you know that human girl? You mean Kihara-sama? Of course I know her. Does she really have magical powers? Of course, Kihara-sama could do things humans couldn't. Look at all these blooming flowers. It's thanks to Kihara-sama's help. Convinced? Excuse me, do you know that little girl? That Ojo-san? Of course I know her. Is she amazing? Then you've come to the right person. I know everything that happened around here. 2 years ago, if my memory serves me right, I saw hundreds of fox spirits chasing this Ojo-san and trying to kill her. Those fox spirits had the word murder written all over their faces, and they could knock a kitten like you flat with one smack of their palm. Dadgum. But this Ojo-san could actually knock those fox spirits flat on the ground without breaking a sweat. We're gonna scare this kitten so bad. Isn't that scary? So don't mess with her. Are there any other animals? Can I run places that I couldn't as a person? I guess that was it, huh? Now do you believe me? Kihara-sensei, I apologize for being rude earlier, Nya. Sensei? Kihara-sensei, please teach me on how to use magical powers. I can't teach you, but before that, you must go back to the coffee house. Oh, I can teach you. Okay, Kihara-sensei. Alright, well, you're well-behaved. Alright, that's one of them. How you doing? Doing well. And then, let's go to the apartment in Kuromori? Is that... I can remember... Oh yeah, it is outside. These are cat footprints. Head off in different directions. Footprints leading down to some dirt, faint coffee smell. footprints to the right, wet mud, rotting aquatic vegetation. That's concerning. Well, clearly you came here. Midnight Ring, okay. Was there a white cat in the poster before? Uh-oh. Wow, it's Nanaka's poster and I like her so much. Yoink. It's you now. You are really inside. How do you get inside the poster? I'm a cat spirit, so it's easy for me. By the way, you mustn't tell Mochi-chan, otherwise it'll definitely keep pestering me to teach you how to get into the poster, Nya. Sakurako-chan is quite worried about you. Please go back quickly. It's so boring to go back, Nya. I have to watch humans indulge us every day when they say nya 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 like we're idiots. But we can't understand what they're trying to say when they say nya 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 and such. Mogu mogu. By the way, if you can help me tear this poster off, I'll go back now. I've collected all the posters in Nanako except this hand-painted limited edition poster, Nya. Alright, we'll steal it for you. My claws are so sharp that I would definitely tear the poster, Nya. Okay, but you have to promise me that you'll go back. No problem, Nya. A theft for a favor. If we grabbed it while the cat was still in it and pulled, would it fall out? Alright, so you're done. Now let's go investigate the concerning footprints. Something bad has happened here. Oh, you're doing okay. Well, you rest. I'd carry you to bed if I could. She'll catch a cold by sleeping like this. Oh, did we really do it? Oh, no, we didn't. Dang it. Alright. Alright, rest well while I go mess around with these spirits outside. Something weird happened here. I want to know about these other footprints. This is very, very troubling. Oh wait, maybe that's where the other cat split. That other cat, so the one, Rin, right? Was Rin the ginger one? Anyways, the ginger cat must have popped out here after coming back from the other area. Creepy Deerskull Forest. Kara-san, Rin-chan and Mochi-chan have already returned. Words can't express how grateful I am to you. I also like cats very much, so I can understand how you must have felt when the cats were lost. How could you not like cats? I like cats and dogs. Animals in general are great. I don't understand why people pick. By the way, you must be tired after all that traveling. Please help yourself to our coffee house special coffees and cakes. It'll be my treat, so please help yourself. Alright. Like most cafes, we will also prepare mocha for our valued guests. Kihara-san, you helped us a lot. If we don't treat you well, this cafe would be too unwelcoming. Sorry for imposing on you. How polite! It isn't exactly polite to ask about a guest's affairs, but excuse me for asking this. Why would you want to go to the Lane of Weeping Rain? In fact, I came to Kuromori Town because of some inexplicable power. Or I should say, I got trapped here. And I heard there's a way to help me leave this place in Kuromori-cho Gekijo. Kihara-san, excuse me for saying this. Kuromori-cho Gekijo isn't safe. You shouldn't. Aizawa, you shouldn't interfere with a guest's wishes. Sorry. Well, I know it's not safe. The coffee's ready. Kihara-san, please enjoy. Let me serve you, Kihara-san. Aizawa, thank you. Kihara-san, the coffee's hot. Please drink it slowly. For a moment, Aizawa-san seems to cast a weird glance at me. When I'm about to raise the cup, I notice there's a note at the bottom of the cup. It says, "Don't drink the coffee." What's wrong, Kihara-san? Is the coffee not to your liking? Alright, we gotta come armed. No, not at all. Then don't delay, try it quickly. This coffee really tastes very good. Kihara-san, drink this cup of coffee and all your problems will be solved. Don't worry, the coffee isn't poisoned. Kihara-san, where are you going? Oh, she teleported! Nothing personnel, kid. This power is... Uh-oh. Tried to make a move. Ghost train? Ghost train. Where am I? I'm in the carriage where the gas attack happened 3 years ago? Is this where we are? I can smell something acrid. My vision is getting blurry. A familiar voice is yelling from the right side of the train. Get out of the carriage, hurry. Kiritani-san, why are you here? Told you, Nensha links our fates together. You can speak now? Yeah, probably because the train has left Kuromori Town and the curse on me is somehow weaker. I'm having some reservations about what we're seeing. But it's only temporary. I still can't tell you some things that I know. Although we finally left Kuromori Town, we have to go back to break the curse. By the way, Kihara-chan, why do you come here by invoking Nensha? Well, it's a long story. Oh, sorry for waking you from your nap, though. Ah, Kihara-chan, you would just trust other people that easily once again, or that easily. Sorry, I just wanted to get out of here as soon as possible. Forget it, let's activate Nensha and return to Kuromori Town first. What did I activate it with? The feather stopped glowing. The notebook didn't mention this. But if you're interrupted while activating Nensha, or you brought too many people with you through Nensha, they might lead to fluctuations. We have no choice but to wait until the feather regains its power. Let's take a defensive position. Before that, let's find a safe place to rest. Sorry. Don't sweat it, at least you're safe and sound. I better go back to the pigeon form as before. Please bring me along with you, Kihara-chan. Pockets like a heater. Once I go inside, I don't want to come out again. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm doing you a favor, okay? Just keep it. Keep it to yourself. Empty trash bin. Warped. Toilet. The door is open, though. Well, that was a mistake. This should be the toilet Matsuyama-san mentioned. I'm gonna watch the door while you search around for it. It's always the tank. It's a bit dirty, I should wash it. Alright. 2 canisters. Uh-oh. This one is yours. Do you know what to do? I'll repeat. Step in that carriage and open the canister when the time is right. Simple as that. Man, we got terrorist perspective here? Will it be painful? It's only through enduring pain for a short while that the Father of Truth will bestow eternal happiness. There's no doubt about it. No more stupid questions. Sorry. Man, cults. Damn it, I can't find Matsuyama-san's keys. They left in the toilet? I'll go back to check. If it got found by others, Matsuyama-san's identity would be revealed. Hmm. 3. Bunch of keys. Matsuyama's name is written on the keys. Alright. No scare there, it was surprising. I forgot that I didn't have to auto... Maybe we didn't. Door's locked. Oh. This is kind of creepy. That is a cat. It's raining in this carriage. Should be the ghost train mentioned in the legends. Ghost train would manifest itself through one's consciousness. Different types of consciousness enables the train carriages to have different scenery. Ghost train probably overlapped the train 135 because of the disruptions when you use Nensha. So we're gonna alternate between ghost train and like terrorist train. Yeah, cute human girl. Yeah. I'm Kichijiro. May I know your name, my lovely Ojo-chan? I'm Kihara Kashin. Ooh, Kihara-san looks as cute as Fujisaki Chiyoko, nya. Fujisaki Chiyoko. Is she a singer? Chiyoko was a well-known movie star in the 40s, Kihara-chan. I can't believe you don't know her. This is the 90s. How could I possibly know a movie star at that time? Oh, you know what we're doing? We're running in the 90s. By the way, our watermelons are super yummy, nya. Kihara-san, are you interested in advertising for us, nya? Advertise? With your poise, I believe our watermelons will definitely sell really well, Kihara-san. We might even outsell Shikanaki watermelons, nya. Shikanaki watermelons. I remember Tamasaki-san said before that the fruits in Shikanaki village are very famous. Yes, and the Shikanaki watermelon is my target that I want to beat, nya. Ooh, I know. I've come up with a slogan, nya. How about Idol of the Millennium, Kihara-chan's blast of sweetness? What do you think? That's terrible. That's genuinely bad. Not exactly comfortable with the idea of doing an advertisement. And the slogan, it's really embarrassing. Exactly, it doesn't show any of Kihara-chan's amazing qualities at all. This won't do. Kiritani, stop fooling around with him. We still have important things to do. Ooh, yeah, Kihara-san, give my offer some thought, okay? I'm really sorry. Okay, if you ever change your mind, you can look for me anytime, yeah. Right, well, we could become an influencer right now, and no one would blink an eye. You get sponsored by Watermelon Talent, but you know. Abnormal raining. Tower of the Sun. Heard about this tower. It was built to mark the rise of Japan's economy. Wait, did I miss a poster in the other room? What is this? Inari cat. Don't really know. Ventilation, probably. Running water. Abnormal. High temperature. Yeah, that's how I feel. Heat wave strikes again. So darn hot. Do not disturb me before the sun sets. Alright, so we're gonna have to change maintenance toolbox. Humans like you shouldn't open just about any box you see, yeah. Alright, so I guess we gotta... Wow, check out my vape cloud in here. What's the deal with this? Why can't I move? Oh, there's something invisible. Oh, you're one of these things. Please don't chase me through this. I hate when that happens. Abnormal off. This button should turn on the power. Can we get some climate control in here? Oh. Door handles for... Did we bring the whole cafe? Is that why we're stuck here? Kihara-san, what happened just now? Did Nensha create disruptions because I brought Aizawa-san 2 kittens through Nensha? this is what happened. I see. But don't worry, we can return there when the feather has regained its power. Wait a minute, Kihara-chan, we're not sure whether this person and Sakurako are in this together. What's this Daifuku that can speak? I'm a pigeon. Yeah, we get it. Oh, I gotta look at that poster. Aizawa-san, what's with that cup of coffee? I'm not really sure what's in the coffee, but it seems anyone who drinks it will lose their memories. Lose their memories? When they lose their memories, Sakurako-san would send them somewhere else. Sakurako-san never told me where they did go or why she's doing this, but she kept emphasizing I'm doing this for their sake. I don't believe in that. Kihara-san, you're very nice and helped us a lot, and that's why I told you the secret. If so, why don't you leave the cafe? Sakurako-san took me in, and I love this job. Teleporting people to the middle of nowhere? Now that you've done this with Sakurako-san... She's not an evil person, this is the only thing I know for sure. But now, she's another reason to deduct this month's bonus. Sakurako-san may be clumsy, but she's a very shrewd businesswoman, and even somewhat stingy. She often gave us the cake she had failed to make in order to save on cat food expenses. And forced us to play with the customers. My head kept getting stroked by humans until it almost became bald, yeah? I feel for you. By the way, Kihara-san, you said just now that we could go back to the year 1998 through Nensha, right? Yep. As far as I know, Train 135 was dismantled after the gas attack. The only carriage that hasn't been dismantled was bought by Sakurako-san and converted into a cafe. That is, like, horrific karma. To build a freaking restaurant in, like, the ruins of a terrorist attack. I guess that refurbished cafe is the carriage with the poison gas. According to the rules of Nensha, which he told me, we can only return to the cafe by activating Nensha in the corresponding carriage. That's to say, the other carriages no longer exist in 1998. It would be dangerous if we activate Nensha at any place we like in this train. This is exactly what I'm worried about the most. Well, that's concerning. That's another layer of complication I wasn't expecting. But the poison gas is still in that carriage. We can't go back there. Invent it. Maybe we could try discharging the gas. If my memory serves me right, the train should have a master control switch on the ventilation system near the door. That switch controls the ventilation settings in all the carriages. But you'll need a technician to activate it. Let's check around the door first. Oh wow, we got a big party. Darn, I was hoping to look at that poster. For some reason, I was exceptionally confused looking at that. Oh, now we can go back and look at the poster, actually. Are you awake yet? Nope. Hand-painted fruit poster. Alright, I don't know what I expected. Sleep, fields are full of melons, trains flying and beeping, kids are enjoying themselves. Alright. Oh, Joe-chan, are you interested in this song? The song was popular in Shikanaki Village when I was a kid. At that time, the villagers were so poor they would often skip their meals. Thanks to God's blessing, Shikanaki Village enjoyed abundant harvests every year. That's how Shikanaki Village became prosperous, and then they lost the way of the gods, I assume. Do you know who that god is? Oh, I can't remember. I'm old and my memory isn't what it used to be. This song is the only thing I can't remember. My master used to sing it every day. My master has been dead for decades in the blink of an eye. Nakamata? I suppose so. Alright. Let us get a move on. So this is the thing. Ventilation. Some numbers on it. Means locked. Seems someone has locked it, and the door can only be unlocked by a staff card. I found a bunch of keys in the toilet earlier, and it has a magnetic card attached to it. This is a staff card, alright. You seem to know the setup in the train very well, Aizawa-san. I don't know why either. But this place seems familiar to me, and the information about this train just popped in my head. But when I tried to recall it, I became confused. Maybe Sakurako-san knows the reason. Aizawa-san, don't worry too much about it before we return to her. There's a sneaking suspicion that I'm having right now that she was involved in the attack and was saved by Sakurako and had her memory wiped. By the way, would ejecting the gas harm any residents living near the railway line? Now the train is in the middle of nowhere, and we won't be passing through any place where people live for some time. Oh, and one last thing. Activated the device. Moving parts. Error. There's a number flashing on the screen. This means there's a blockage in the air vent. Oh no, Solid Snake's in there, we gotta get him out! The vent is outside the carriage. We can't get out of the carriage since the train is currently moving, so you have to enter from here if we plan to clear the vent. This entrance looks a bit narrow. Well, we got cats, I suppose. Kiara-sensei, I think I can go through this entrance. Let me clear the duct. But be careful! Mochi-chan, the air duct may still have poison gas inside, and it's dark. Aren't you afraid of the dark? Oh no. I know I'm just an ordinary timid cat. I can only imitate how people speak in movies and have absurd fantasies. But I'm the only male cat here now. I can't let you girls do such a dangerous job. Alright, well, out of the way, UDT's here. Mochi-chan, I need to tell you something. I obtained my powers by accident, and there's no way for me to share it with you. However, your courage and determination are stronger than anything. Alright. Mochi-chan, come back to us immediately if you don't feel well. No problem, now. Should have done like a harness setup where we can drag it back. Oh dear. Face your fears. Oh, is this supposed to be like a scary segment? That's a huge spider. I'm not worried about my fears, I'm worried about the poison gas. Oh dear. Oh wait, I could have sprinted. That was problematic. I forgot about that. I forgot I could run. For some reason, that did not occur to me. Alright, we gotta serpentine it. Spider's web? It is actually blocked by cobwebs. Reading. Alright. Vent has been cleared. Uh-oh. Here comes all the gas! Hurry back. Kiara-sensei, mission accomplished. Alright, Mochi-chan, good job. Here, breathe this fresh air. Want you to sit outside for 30 minutes. Uh-oh. He passed out because he inhaled the gas? Isn't this dude, like, dead? It doesn't look like symptoms of a poisoning. Probably because he was too tense and relaxed too suddenly, and he passed out. He'll be fine after a bit of rest. I'm so relieved to hear that. This fool almost scared me to death, yeah? I'll go in first to check if I can activate Nensha after the ventilation process starts, just in case. Please help to take care of Mochi-chan, Aizawa-san. Okay, I'll take him to the carriage we were at before. Alright, they're out. That's concerning. Everything looks fine. Found Matsuyama-san's keys. Searched all over the toilet, but I couldn't find it. Forget it. If we can't find it, others probably can't find it either. So, the plan remains unchanged? I've come up with a new plan. We will split up. First, you will release the gas, and the gas will spread to the nearby towns through the air vents. I will act when the train arrives at Kuromori Town Station. Do you regret it? No, I'm a bit scared. Seiko, have you seen the Father of Truth? I've only joined for a month and I've never seen him before. Wow, they really, like, They threw this girl out to be a suicide bomber in month 1. I've seen him once, which is unforgettable. You can experience a special type of warmth when you talk to him. It says you're in the middle of a snowstorm and about to freeze to death when climbing a snowy mountain, and then a ray of sunshine shines on you. We can see him once we finish this task and bathe in his eternal warmth. I don't know if I believe in this. Death is just a short ceremony in comparison. But why do all these innocent people? Innocent? Hello? Are you serious? Do you really think it's society that put your parents out of work and you failed your exams? No, it's these so-called innocent common people. They're greedy, opportunistic, cold and vain, but they don't know themselves. No one is more wicked than them. Look. The man who's calling his boss and bowing unctuously is really disgusting. He's holding an elaborately wrapped gift, thinking about how to please his boss. While his colleagues, friends, and family members are also leading their lives the same way in this dog-eat-dog world. Your parents got squeezed out by all these human scum. Does this guy deserve any sympathy? Look at that one. She's a student like you, but she's wearing outlandish clothes and listening to music that is like wolves and banshees howling. This type of person is a focus of attention among students? While you worked hard all day long, wow, okay. Whew, brain. Gotta get a little bit more out of you today. While you worked hard all day long from early morning till late at night and got nothing in return. Your dreams, your future all got shattered by this type of human scum. They're mocking you, stepping on you. And the benevolent patriarch of Shinra Tengoku is willing to forgive us and allow us to enter the door to happiness. What an honor. Everyone except us should go to hell and taste the retribution they have sown for themselves. I just realized that in this dude's sprite, I think he's wearing a tie, but he's not wearing a tie in his talk sprite. We don't have much time. Make your decision. My lifelong ideal is to head for the door to happiness, and I will not stop. The worst part about this is that people actually believe this stuff, because we ended up in the current political situation in this world. This entire concept of, like, fervent nationalism. Student, are you okay? Why are you shivering? Is it too cold? Sorry. What did you say? Sorry. Where's Jack Bauer when you need him? Running around yelling at people. Oh dear. A postcard, haven't kept in touch. We're gonna call the guys from our football team to get together. Winter's coming. Fish hiding beneath the ice. I bet you that dude was holding a present for his wife or something. What's on the floor? Ice pick. Oh. Daddy's been busy with work and can't watch your match. The baseball cap you wanted. Oh. Attend your finals. A leaflet. We ignite your youth and dreams. Welcome to join us at High School Rock Research Club. Sorrow Rock Research Club. Kuromori-cho Travel Guide. Well, you know. And you. Oh, I see. This girl might be one of those who started the attack. She looks around my age. Wounds around the wrists. Did you try to commit suicide? Alright, someone's breaking in. I got an ice pick. I will mess this dude up. Go to hell, you bastards. Die. Alright. Whoop. What happened? Let me go. Why? Why did you lie to me? The door of happiness is not true at all. What's grabbing him? I feel so terrible. Hurry up and let me go, stupid girl. Oh, it's the girl. Kira-chan, run now. I think I could have taken him with the ice pick. Just gotta go, you know, just watch this video on the Fairbairn Sykes and this retired, like, British paratrooper or something. That was close, we almost got caught. Matsuyama's keys dropped in there. probably won't need them anymore. Good way to clear out your inventory. Kiara-chan, what's wrong? It seems that girl was tricked to join Shinra Tengoku. One day I'll learn how to pronounce that, but not today. For Shinra Tengoku, weak souls are the best prey and the most deadly weapons. Something unfortunate might have happened to that girl in her actual life, so she became very fragile at heart, and Shinra Tengoku seized the opportunity. That Shinra Tengoku member is still inside. We can't go in there. We can kill him. We better find Aizawa-san to discuss our next step. Silent sentry removal methods, that's what I'm telling you. This game got a little too real, is the concern. I realize that this is a stupid complaint, but I definitely think that there are some lessons to be learned here that we did not learn the first time around, and now we find ourselves in the horrible predicament that is our world. Like, why do we let the I wouldn't say weak-minded, but the troubled be swayed so easily by people of power and influence? Kiara-san, can we go back now? We have a complication. We have some issues. We sure do. It's very unfortunate that the power of a large group of people who easily have swayed those who are discontent with themselves or have insecurities can change people to do such crazy things. I see. Sorry, Mochi-chan and Aizawa-san, you both helped a lot, but unfortunately... Kiara-san, what's most important is that you are okay. I looked around and came up with a backup plan. Based on what I can see outside the window, we have left Kuromori Town and we're at Chikou Prefectural Park dozens of kilometers away. Now that we can't return by Nensha, we can go back to Kuromori Town by using the normal way. The normal way? Go back to the cab, find the captain, and ask him to drive the ghost train back to Kuromori Town train station. The captain of the ghost train is most likely a regular at the cafe, and he might agree. The simple-minded guys don't know coffee at all. They visit the cafe to pursue Sakurako now. I mean, if she doesn't roofie you. As long as you tell them Sakurako-san will appreciate that greatly, I'm certain they'll be glad to help you. Will that create trouble for Sakurako-san? Look at our predicament. We're here because it's that fool's fault. We should punish her a bit. Fair enough. I'm gonna find a way to the cab. One of the people who sang Angel with a Shotgun, right? Ice pick, yep. Please don't break. I know it's gonna break, but... Broken off. The ice pick is broken. Of course. The floor's slippery. Oh, it's one of these puzzles, huh? That was nice. Driver cabin. That was fun. I do like that. Can we borrow? No. What other methods of ice picking do we have? Oh wow, the nooses weren't just a jump scare. They're still here. How do I MacGyver ice breaking? Alright. We're gonna combine those to make sun. I have some doubts about the validity of this plan, but certainly. Oh, you're here. Sends magic from the poster. How convenient. I was looking for magic. Cat spirits like me are quite sensitive to things with magic now. I heard about cat spirits, but this is the first time I've seen one. May I pet you, cute kitty kitty? Why are you scowling? Seems Rinchan doesn't like to be touched. And it's gross to be touched with by a chicken, which looks like a white potato now. Angry. Alright, let's get that poster. Let's check it. Secretary Gorbachev, tear down this poster. Huh? The sky's turned dark, meow. This cat's up? It's because I tore down this poster? Ghost Train is an aggregation of all that consciousness. This poster might have come into being from some kind of powerful consciousness. Maybe we can use this poster to melt the snow. Yes, we can. Oh, it's nighttime already after my nap, meow. Time to work. Water's leaking in a witch carriage. Oh, everyone is gonna get their problems solved, huh? Dude's not having a good time. What's this? No idea at all now. What's the problem? Seems the pipe is leaking, but I'm not good at fixing this now. Maintenance man who's normally in charge of this is on leave, and I'm just the temp. Actually, I excel in cooking now. Good to know. We'll come and find you in a bit. I can try fixing it if you don't mind. Joe-chan, do you really know how to fix it? Kihara-chan is a very helpful and versatile girl, skilled with all sorts of home improvements, like fighting ghosts and sneaking foxes out of hostile territory. My father's often not at home, so I'm quite adept at fixing things around the house. Okay, then please help me with it, Nya. Sure thing. Oh. Fun. You know, this might be the first time I've seen a pipe puzzle like this. That's pretty sweet. Wonder pipe is fixed. Now that was a cool mechanic. I like that. They should do that more. Wow. Amazing, Nya. By the way, what's your name? I'm Kihara Kashin. I'm Dodo. Kihara-san, if you encounter any problems on the train, come to me anytime, Nya. Dodo, I have a question right now. You need to ask the train captain to drive back. Kihara-san, I love your outlandish ideas, Nya. That's not good. Actually, it's not impossible. This train can go wherever it wants, Nya. I have a set of lockpicks. It can be used to open the door to the cap. Lockpicks. Oh no, are we gonna have a lockpicking minigame? Oh shoot! Door hasn't been maintained for a long time. The captain often trapped inside, Nya. That's unfortunate. Some WD-40 would probably fix that. Take it. Consider it as a thank you present for helping me, Nya. Lockpicks? Well then, I'm going back to sleep now. It's so easy to feel sleepy in this weather, Nya. Alright, take it easy, buddy. Oh, you have something to say. What is up? I heard Kihara-san fixed the pipes. Awesome, Nya. It's nothing. Yeah, it's overcast and I didn't see you clearly earlier. Only now do I realize you look like a girl I met before. Around 15 years ago. I saw a girl who looked like you at Kuromori Town Station, but she was older than you, maybe around 20. She was sitting on a chair in the train station with her long black hair. That was really so gorgeous that I couldn't help drawing that scene. Don't tell me you carry this around with you. Kijiro-san, do you still have that drawing? It's been so long, I'm not too sure where I kept it. Kihara-san, you seem quite interested in that drawing. Since you care about it so much, I'll look for it when I get back. Kichiro-san, thank you so much. Sorry for declining your offer to be your brand ambassador earlier. Don't worry, Kihara-san, it's an honor to be at your service, Nya. I feel more guilty. Of course, I'd be very grateful if you could be my brand ambassador. Who knows, I might even find that drawing sooner, Nya. How about it, Kihara-san, would you like to be my brand ambassador? I get it now, this is part of your tricks. But it's a good one. I'll try. I I'm really grateful, Nya. What should I do? My posters are all hand-drawn, so I only need one portrait of you, Nya. Please take a seat over there, it'll only take a while. To be honest, I'm surprised you're so good at drawing. I'm flattered. In fact, I wanted to become an artist and travel around the world since I was small. My father asked me to take over the fruit shop. After running the business, decades have passed, Nya. Now I've got my family, and those days when I could draw freely are out of reach for me. But I'm pleased to see my children growing up happily, Nya. I'm almost done. I'm gonna add a few slogans, Nya. Oh, and I can't forget your name, Nya. Whoa. By the way, what do you plan to do in the future, Kihara-san? My father wanted me to be a doctor. I feel for you. My heart goes out to you. And what do you think about that, Kihara-san? I don't know. If I were younger, I would say, idiot, you don't even have a goal in life, then what is the meaning of life, Nya? But now I won't say that, Nya. In my opinion, whether you like what you're currently doing or not, you should do your best in everything that you do, Nya. Done. Kihara-san, hope you like it. Wow, that's good. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Yeah, you even shaded everything. This is a shaved ice poster? Kihara-san, you gave me some inspiration, yeah. You have a special presence on you. It's not as sweet as cherry blossoms, or as passionate as roses, but it is cool as the sea breeze lightly mixed with salt. You give tourists a refreshing feeling after they've endured the hot summer weather. Speaking of summer, certainly reminds me of shaved ice, Nya. Shaved ice plus watermelon plus Kihara-san's endorsement? What a perfect combination, Nya. Alright. We'll peddle this elsewhere, we got things to break. I know you're praising me, but it's rather embarrassing. You can keep this original copy, Kihara-san. I'm going back to prepare the advertisement materials. You can come to Kichijiro's fruit shop at Kuromori-cho Station if you'd like to know about the drawing and reward. I look forward to your visit, Kihara-san. Did we see that earlier? Yes. At the station. Because there's the bar, there's the convenience store, the CD store, and the bookstore. Menu items. Kihara-chan, why do you care about that drawing so much? It could be your mother. I don't know if it's a coincidence. Now we're in 1995. 15 years ago was the year 1980 when I wasn't born yet. My family moved to Kuromori Town a few years before I was born, and the time coincides with that time when Kijiro-san met that girl. And my mother was in her 20s, which matches the age Kijiro-san described. Wow, they had kids young. So you want to confirm whether it's your mother in that drawing? Yeah, my father mentioned once about the car accident when I was 8. The car burst into flames by itself. That was no accident. My mother and the luggage in the back seat of the car turned to ash in the fire. The most precious memories of my family, including photos of my mother, were gone. I think that might be some paranormal incident. Let's talk about it later when we reach Kuromori-cho Station. Now that I've got the lockpicks, we can go to the cab. I wonder if that was an optional need. Actually, you know what? It probably wasn't, because they had the, they have the mechanic that prevents you from skipping things. I have a new item in my inventory. I'll look at that later. Oh, we gotta... Oh, dear. I forgot about this thing. Here we go. Here we go. Power the sun! I feel mildly guilty about the one with the scarf, but not the rest of them as much. The snowman is melted. Whoa! There's a whole cat. What a big cat! Ojo-san, thank you for saving me from the chains. Huh? 100 years ago, a passing traveler created me. I was just a common snowman. I was afraid I would melt and disappear, so I hoped the winter could last as long as possible. Fear of death and the obsession with life finally became snow, which lasted for 100 years. Even Even if I'm not afraid to melt anymore, the obsession of 100 years was too strong and couldn't disappear. So it ended up like this. If you hadn't helped Ojo-san, I would never have freed myself from these chains. What an unusual occurrence. Can you tell me your name? My name is Kihara Kashin. I will remember this name. I'm leaving then. Really eager to see the world after 100 years. And tell you what, there's not going to be any more snow in another 50, so you enjoy it. Okay. Goodbye, until we meet again, Kihara-san. Goodbye. I don't know if that's true. We gotta figure out what the deal is with this climate emergency. Climate change appears very real, but we don't seem to be doing anything about it. Forgot to call Aizawa-san. Oh, okay. Anyways, let's hope that there's still glaciers by the time I retire. Aizawa-san, I've got the tool to open the door to the cab. Well done, let's go. Alright. Flavor text. Yay. You know what, just for completionist's sake, let's talk to this cat too again. Okay, well, you don't have anything. Oh dear. Alright, lockpicking time. Never used this kind of lockpicks. Kihara-san, let me try. Door's unlocked. Interesting. The lockpicks are broken. Alright, Skyrim. That was cool. Not a terribly skill-based lockpicking minigame. Father once told me a story. There's a kind of traveling cat which would spend its entire life on a train. They feed on the wind and rain, and sleep by listening to the sound of moving trains. They will become beautiful gemstones when they die and drop onto the railway tracks. It is said that you can experience the scenery which they have seen with these gemstones. I don't think that's... You encouraging people to play on train tracks? I don't think so. Makoto-chan, say goodnight to Papa. Mama, is Papa asleep? Yes, Papa's asleep. When will Papa wake up? I'd like him to tell me the story about the traveling cat. Papa said the traveling cats have seen all kinds of people and scenery. And he also said these stories would take more than an entire lifetime to tell. Makoto-chan, Papa is on a trip with the traveling cat. It's going to take a very long time before he can come back. When he comes back, he will definitely tell a lot of stories to Makoto-chan. Really? I want to travel with the traveling cats too. Makoto-chan. Uh-oh. Father didn't come back home. As for me, I've decided to step on the train to look for the stories my father didn't manage to tell me. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. A resume. Hagino Makoto, 24. Kanto University, Master of Engineering and Transportation Engineering. Position applied, train captain. Obtain the resume. Alright. News report. Top train died, car accident. Child ran across the road. Crashed. Hagino family. Alright. Wife and 6-year-old daughter. Alright. So that was probably us, huh? Nice to meet all of you. My name is... I know, you're Hagino-san, right? We've seen your application. You're not only an honors student at your university, but you're also a beauty. Alright, thanks for the sexual harassment. Captain, please hire some pretty girls to be our attendants so our trains will be more attractive. Sorry, I'm applying to be a train captain. Being a train captain is boring. Hagino-san, a beauty like you is ideal for the position as a train attendant. Right, okay, cut that out. Women always spend a lot of time on their appearance. It'd be terrible if it led to train delays. Oh, nice. Some casual sexism here in the interview. Be quiet, both of you. Hagino-san, you might not know me. I'm your father's former colleague. I'm Hase Ichiro. No wonder this family name Hagino sounds so familiar to me. I didn't know you were Hagino-san's daughter. Please excuse me for being rude just now. I heard Hagino Kenshi-san hit a telephone pole to avoid hitting a pedestrian while driving. What a pity. He left behind such a cute daughter. You gonna hit on your dude's, surviving daughter? What the heck is wrong with you? He used to be the best train captain. He would die at the foot of a telephone pole. How ironic. Shut up, you two. Kenji-kun is a good role model. Don't be rude. Excuse me, Hagino-san, can you tell us why you want to become a train captain? My family has worked in the railways for generations. My grandfather and my father were distinguished train captains. Hagino-san, maybe I didn't make it clear enough. I'm interested to know why you want to be a captain. This question has nothing to do with your family's wishes. My father once told me a story when I was a child, and I liked it very much. It's because of that story I want to be a train captain and steer trains to look for all the beautiful scenery around the world. Your father probably told you a story about the traveling cat, am I right? That story is a very interesting fairy tale. But to be honest, the job of a train captain is no fairy tale. Hagino-san, your performance during your internship was excellent, but the position of train captain requires experience. It's like a new train going through a run-in period. A captain would also need years of experience. Although Kenji-kun is my good friend, I can't take the risk to let a rookie become a train captain. I see. Thank you for telling me. I haven't finished yet. Kenji-kun also started as a train attendant and advanced step by step until he became a captain. If you are interested, you can work at train 135 as an attendant. Uh-oh. I believe with your qualifications and ability, it is only a matter of time before you become a captain. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard, Hagino-san. By the way, I can introduce some nice eating places around here to you. If you think we'll take special care of you just because you're a girl, think again. By the way, call the next interviewee over here. Yes, I will work hard. Please guide me well from now on. You single-handedly ended that bloodline with your decision that you could never know the answer to. Okay. Staff card. Oh, that's concerning. A mirror. Look at that. Smile. Oh, that's so horrible. I hate hearing that. It's like, oh, you should smile more. Alright. Enter the hell. Man, please keep away from the control panel. Sorry, sir, I need to ask for a favor. Return to Kuromori-cho. It's hard. We're Sakurako-san's friends. If you help us, Sakurako-san will appreciate that. Sakurako-san? Oh, on second thought, it's really not that hard. We don't have that many passengers on this train anyways. Alright. I'm gonna 180 this bad boy. Hold on. Yes, thank you very much. It's like that one Polar Express drifting video. Yeah, I thought he would jump in excitement upon hearing Sakurako's name. Don't tell me he's not courting that stupid Sakurako. I'm about to change direction. Hold tight. Oh, he really is about to do it. Alright, revving up your engines. Listen to our howl and roar. We're expected to arrive at Kuromori-cho Station in 10 minutes. Please don't run about until we reach Kuromori-cho Station. Yes. Okay, I see a little thingy here. Journey of Spiritual Cleansing, Sugihara Hirosumi. Age is in a period of decay, men are bowing and forcing a smile for that stench of money. Women are wearing outlandish clothes, alright. Period of decline, flesh and blood, screws, bonus gears, yeah. I should probably have read that a little more closely, but I feel like this propagandist nature of the content is a little concerning. Utopia, pure land of this era, heaven is full of happiness, door to happiness. This is that cult pamphlet, then. Sugihara Hirosumi, that name rings a bell. The cult leader, the note in the book. By the will of Shinra Tengoku, this mission is to purify the world of all foolish and backward souls. The specific place and time will be decided by Matsuyama-san. When the mission is complete, the door to happiness will open for you. Burn this message after reading it. Well, someone didn't do a very good job of following directions. Therein lies the motive for a terrorist attack. Alright. I feel like that actually... Alright, so those clearly correspond to this in terms of the order. So it's cog, screw, and burn, right? Or... okay, that's not it. Screws. Bones is gears. Screw, gear, burn. So that would be... not now. That would be 3, 1, 5. Shall we? 3, 1, 5. No? Is that thing not a screw? Let's try 5 and 3, because I'm running a little low on the idea juice here. It could not be. I don't know why I overthought that. Yamada-san, receive your letter. Sorry to hear that you just got divorced. Hope you're not depressed over it. The greedy capitalists have sinned by failing to recognize your talents. The sycophantic colleagues and your gold-digging wife who laugh at you will get their retribution. Last time we met, you told me about your experience when you climbed Mount Fuji. Tell you're a brave, strong-minded, forward-looking, and reliable person. A great plan. You're the perfect person to help me carry it out. Kuromori-cho is uncivilized to this day. The people who live there are barbarians. They worship the primitive and cruel, unorthodox deity. Okay, well, I'm just gonna skip that, but that's interesting. Sugihara Hirosumi. That's interesting that we were misaligned with the cult. He's the founder of Shinra Tengoku. So somehow, whatever they're worshipping in that village is really pissing these people off. Why is this letter here? Oh dear. It's a cat's body. Haha, time to run. Journey is over. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh wow, that actually, I'm gonna have to pick that up quick. Emergency notice, suspected gas leak is in carriage 1. There are green emergency lights. Alright, run towards the green. Great Gatsby over here said go towards the light. Like boat speeding ever against the tide or whatever that final line is. Oh hey, check out these rain effects. First time I saw Hagino-san, she was dressed in a gray suit in a perfectly neat manner. She was sitting up on the chair, clutching one corner of her clothes. She looked a bit nervous. She said, I want to be a train captain. The people around me burst into laughter. How could a girl become a train captain? Her eyes didn't waver at all in front of all that doubt and ridicule. As it should be. I have seen the same expression in her father's eyes. She stepped into train 135 with that determined look and became an attendant. It wasn't what she wanted, but she did much better than anyone else. And then it happened. Didn't it? The train will arrive at Kuromori-cho station shortly. The passengers of the platform haven't been evacuated. We have to lock the air vents in carriage 1 so that the gas doesn't spread. But we haven't checked whether there are survivors in the carriage. Carriage 1 is a moving gas tank now. If we don't shut the vents, the residents along the railway and the passengers at the station will be in danger. Hagino-kun, this matter will have nothing to do with you. I will take all responsibility. We're about to make the... We are quite literally in the trolley problem. The train is coming to Kuromori-cho station. I'm going to issue the warning. That slipped, but I was like, okay, you can either seal the vents and kill the 5 people in the carriage, or let the gas leak and kill everyone else. If you don't do anything, the inaction thus dictates that it would be out of your hands. But if you do take actions, then you reap the consequences no matter the outcome. Or whatever. It's been a while since I did any kind of, ethical discussion. Hagino can stay here and evacuate the passengers to a safe area when the train arrives. She was shaking, but her eyes didn't waver. She remained at her post until the last passenger had left. And then... Ma'am, please get out of here quickly. Uh-oh. Go to hell. Everyone should go to hell. Did she close the doors? Open the door. Release the door handle. Why do girls like you always get in my way? Oh, she sacrificed herself. Made the ultimate sacrifice. Braver than any U.S. Marine. When he found Hagino-san, she was holding the deformed door handle tightly in her arms. In the face of danger, Hagino Makoto-san was as brave as her father Hagino Kenji-san. Their names will shine brightly forever and guide the train into moving forward like the Big Dipper. May your noble soul rest in peace. Now I know why this train felt so familiar to me when I stepped into it. I remember everything. It's never good to remember the circumstances of one's death. Sakurako-san gave me that cup of coffee. Perhaps Sakurako-san didn't want you to remember those painful memories. I don't blame her. On the contrary, I appreciate it. The days I've spent in the cafe are the happiest moments of my short life. Kiara-san, thank you. This adventure helped me to find out where I belong. Uh-oh. I was born in a family who worked on the railways for generations. I spent my whole life chasing trains and would finally die in a train. I'm destined to lead a wandering life since the train is where I should belong. Aizawa-san, you mean... I'll continue with my travels. Listen to the stories I've never heard when I was alive, and enjoy the beautiful scenery along the way. This is my lifelong dream, and I want to realize it. But... Kiara-san, I know. If I go back to the cafe to say goodbye to Sakurako-san, the things over there would only make me give up on the idea of traveling around. Having coffee with Sakurako-san and watching movies with Rin-chan and Mochi-chan are wonderful memories for me. But the cafe is just a rest stop, not a destination. Kiara-san, I believe trains bring separation and reunion. We will meet again if fate allows it. I'm sure we will. Godspeed. Aizawa-san gave me a transparent gemstone, stepped into the ghost train, and disappeared in the rain. Godspeed, good traveler. The feather is shining brightly. Sakurako-san. Sorry, Aizawa-san. I know. Aizawa-san left behind the stone before she left. It's a Tabineko stone, Cat's Eye. Tabineko? Aizawa-san told me about the tales of the traveling cat. According to the story, there is a type of traveling cat which spends its life on a train. When they die, they will become beautiful gemstones and drop on the train tracks. You can see what they have experienced in their lifetime through these stones. Thus, Aizawa-san was determined to be a train captain. She was so obsessed with it that her soul didn't disappear after she died. I wonder if she was the captain of the ghost train. When I found her in the carriage, she had huddled up just like a shivering kitty in the rain. I gave her a new name and identity to allow her to move forward and forget her past. I was too selfish. I thought by doing it this way, she would stay with me and live happily with a different identity. But magic to make someone lose their memories would lose its effectiveness, and she never gave up on her lifelong dream. She was like a kitten who loved to travel freely. But this time, she probably won't come back. I believe Aizawa-san's soul didn't disappear. Aizawa-san's lifelong ambition isn't the train, but the unknown journey in which the train embarks on. The moment she stepped on the train, it's not the end of her existence as a wandering soul, but the beginning of a new journey. I believe Aizawa-san is enjoying the scenery in her journey somewhere in this world. She said before that we will meet again someday if fate allows it. She will definitely be back. I see. In that case, I will wait for her to come back. She's like a lost kitten who's finally found the train headed towards that fairy tale kingdom. Traveling Cat End. Okay. That was good. I like that. Aizawa's gone and there's no one to watch horror movies with me in the future, Nya. Kiara-sensei, I'm okay now, Nya. What a world. Kuromori train station. Let's see. Yamada Takashi, 34, unemployed, and Tanaka Reiko, name changes minor, 17, student. Matsuyama Masao was behind it, rushed to his residence, already hanged himself. Every school to strengthen the psychological intervention measures among students to prevent a similar tragedy from happening again. A 24-year-old train attendant in 135, Hagino Makoto, used her body to block a murderous fanatic and prevent further casualties, which is a moving act of heroism. The part where the captain in train 135 turned off the ventilation remains controversial. Expert analysts mentioned that Ichiro's decision saved their residents along the railway, but detractors felt like his actions directly led to the deaths of the victims in Carriage 1. Already resigned, cooperate with investigators. For more information, okay. Very much an ethical dilemma. Let's see what's going on here, and then we're probably going to start wrapping up this session. Kiara-san, you must have a lot of questions after having gone through so much. Because I have my reasons, I can only tell you part of the truth. I also hope you won't ask me further, since it is truly difficult for me to tell you about it. After all, if you know too much, you might feel more troubled instead. Very well. You were eager to know the story behind that cup of coffee, right? It started from Kuromori-cho Gekijo. You probably already know about the gas attack. After the gas attack, the theater was abandoned, and there are lots of restless spirits and yokai inside. It is said that there are also people for some religion who hold strange rituals inside. The residents have already regarded the theater as an evil place. However, numerous tourists from miles away would still go there to satisfy their curiosity. Kuromoricho is my hometown, and the place Aizawa guarded with their life. I don't wish to see more tragedies around here. So keep it clean, you understand. So I tried various ways to stop people from going near that theater. That coffee didn't have any side effects, and those who drank it would just forget what happened in Kuromori Town after they had drunk the coffee. Now here, look straight into this, what is it called, like night glowstone? When they passed out after drinking it, I would take them to a safe place. I see. Sorry I treated you as that type of people initially. After all, there are lots of students who would venture to Kuromoricho Gekijo like you. The youngsters nowadays are way too curious. And check out my urban exploration TikTok on which I got TikTok. That's illegal too, but anyways. I wanted to send you back, but from how it looks right now, the curse on you is far beyond my abilities. Sakurako-san, do you know the source of the curse on me? At first, I shouldn't tell you the deity's name, but it's the key to break the curse. Oh? Are we gonna get it? The name drop? It's Hoshin, god of abundance. This is the root of the curse. Hoshin. Hoshin is the deity worshipped by people in Shikanaki village, and he can call the wind and rain. He's more powerful than the deity Aiko-sama Shikanaki village worshipped more than 100 years ago. At the same time, he's an awe-inspiring spiritual deity, and his power comes from the devout calls of his followers. If anyone calls his name without thinking, there's definitely a price to pay. So I can't say too much about him. I get it. Sakurako-san, one more question. You looked a bit strange back then when I activated Nensha in the cafe. You seem to know something about Nensha. Well, I know someone else who can use Nensha. But I made a promise to her that I will help to keep it a secret. But maybe when the time is right, she'll tell you everything. Oh, I have a sneaking suspicion, huh? By the way, Kihara-san, I should tell you how to enter the Lane of the Weeping Rain as agreed. Here's a pearl. When you carry it with you, you can enter the Lane of the Weeping Rain safely. Thank you, Sakurako-san. The pearl. Rin-chan, Mochi-chan, where do you plan to go after this? Now that Aizawa's gone, I should protect the cafe. No, you're clumsy, but it's a good idea to go back to the cafe. Thank you. In that case, Kihara-san, all the best to you. You're welcome to stop by at the cafe if you're tired. I wonder who that person is who could use Nensha that Sakurako-san mentioned. Since Sakurako-san said that person didn't want to be identified, just forget it. I wonder who it could possibly be. Kichijiro-san's store seems to be a Kuromori train station. Let's ask him about that drawing first. Well, I'm feeling especially touched. Oh, wow. A king-size picture of Kihara-chan. Wow. Indeed, it's a bit embarrassing. But since this place is the poster, Kichijiro-san's shop may be somewhere nearby. Want him alone? Kihara-san, long time no see, nya. Thanks to your endorsement, business at my store is much better than before. Oh, it's that amazing. Kihara-chan, can you help me to promote my books? With your help, those unsellable books of mine will definitely sell well. Sure. You should still focus on whether or not you can submit your manuscript on time. Enough manuscript submission talk. I'm playing this to escape. By the way, Kichijiro-san, have you found the drawing? I found it. Wait a second. Let's see it. The drawing was a bit rough and it faded a lot after so many years. Hope you can understand, Kihara-san. The face is just obscured. Wow. I don't know who that is. She looks a lot like Kihara-chan. She might even be your mother. Kichijiro-san, about this drawing. Kihara-san, would you like to keep it? Sure would. No problem, yeah. You've helped me a lot. Of course you can keep it. Besides, this drawing belongs to you in the first place. oddly cryptic. Thank you, Kichijiro-san. Right, about the reward. The drawing is enough. No way, your endorsement saved my humble store, so I've decided to provide all the fruits in my shop free of charge. Nah. Yeah. Really? Hiro-chan, I think we can stay in Kuromori Town a little longer. And we'll just live on fruit for a bit. We're not tourists. Kichijiro-san, thank you very much. We'll visit your store again when you're free. You're always welcome here anytime, Kihara-san. That was nice. Lollipops. Watermelons. Tomatoes. Carrots. Honeydew. Beautiful. Alright, well, we're not going to go back outside because it's creepy out there, but I'm just going to go ahead and call the episode here. Been a pretty solid, wow, 3.5 hours. Been a while. Yeah, I'm really liking this. But I'll save my final thoughts for the end. But until next time, we'll continue on our mysterious journey of discovering haunted places and apparently domestic terrorists, so yep. Let me close that real quick and we'll end with a shot of the... I guess we got our shaved ice poster here, we can look at this.